Well, good morning, my ladies and my gents. Welcome to another episode of What Did You Buy Wednesday, hosted by Joe over at Big Sky Model Workshop. Today we got one box here, and then I got a goodie box to show off. That's going to be kind of fun, because I've been waiting for some of this, and I've been waiting for Josh to come out with them, but they haven't just yet, and I got a sneak preview. First of all, he has these online. This is the last one he had, but he needs to make some more. He says sometimes I'll have him in there for a month and nobody will buy them, and then all of a sudden everybody will buy them and he runs out. It's either feast or famine. But it's the rooftop air conditioner that goes on the older big trucks, and the only problem that I've got with them, they look really, really good on top. The only problem that I got with them is that if you have one of these, you need to, let me zoom that, you need to have something on the inside of the cab with vents and controls. Otherwise, it's just a solid thing just sitting up there. But if you don't want to go that much trouble, you just want to stick it on, hey, that's really nice. Generally, this is body color, whatever color your body is. This is, of course, your grill, and then you've got a screen to go on top that, part of the evaporator system as well. And it just helps with the airflow through it. Paint these, put a little bit of black wash in it to get a bit of depth, and then put a little bit of silver or chrome or however you want to do it over the screen, like you do on a radiator. This I picked up just for fun. Just because, it's a Christmas ornament that he was selling. Yeah, why not? Air filters. I needed air filters. I've got a couple of engines that need these kind of air filters, including the twin turbo small block Mopar that he has. There's no air cleaners in it, so I need to get some air cleaners. Okay, but Josh, these are the ones that are on the website, these longer ones, and he said, and Josh included a couple of these shorter ones, and he said that he's going to have these come available in the not too distant future as a pack. So, but anyway, that's got a couple of hitches. Kind of show you what we got here. These are I'm not sure, I think it's the class 3 hitch. That's the heavy duty hitch that you use for the bigger bumper pull trailers, and it actually attaches to the frame and everything. It doesn't hook up to your bumper, because the bumper won't hold the heavier stuff. But whether or not you're putting a trailer behind, if you just want to make it look like it's got, that, you can, this is really, really nice for it. And you'll notice it has a couple of holes right here and one there. You put that in, you put like I think it's about a 0.5 millimeter styrene rod or metal rod, whichever one you want to use. And you can put that in there, and it'll look like the connector pin that you put in a hitch when you're using a real one. And then it also comes with the ball hitch, as well as the ball, that you can replace the one on the front of your trailer that you're hooking up to it, and give it some better realism. These are really nice. And this one, actually, this is the last one that Josh had, unfortunately. But I grew up in New Mexico, and in the 70s, and the police there were all red lights. If you saw blue lights, it was a tow truck, an emergency vehicle, that kind of thing. I say emergency vehicle, roadside assistance type, repair tow truck, that kind of thing, had the blue lights. And yeah, a quick little funny story on that. Back when I was in the Navy, early 80s, I was cruising around Memphis, Tennessee. I was still in training at the base up in Millington, just north of Memphis. And I had a car there, and I was cruising along around, and it's about midnight, 1 o'clock in the morning, and I'm heading back to base because it's weekend. We didn't have classes on the weekend, and I didn't have duty, but still, I wanted to get back to the base. And I'm cruising around the freeway, and I look up in my mirror, and I see blue lights. I look down, I'm doing, speed limit is 55, I'm doing 80 plus. And I'm thinking, boy, sure I'm glad that's not my car he's towing at that kind of speed. And I'm thinking, then it dawns on me, oh, I'm in the South. Police cars have blue lights. Okay, so I put my blinker on and I start slowing down, and I'm pulling over to get back over to the right because I'm all the way in the left. And I look back. Smokey Bear is gone. He's on up ahead. I was slowing him down, running 80 plus in the left lane. And once I got by, once I moved over, he took off. I set my cruise on that was on the car on 55, and I went 55 in the right lane all the way back to the base. So okay, the other pizza box that I got came in the mail today, and I was quite excited about this when I saw what it was. I've been waiting for this to come out. I've got a big plan for a lot of this. I just now need to have the front clip come available, and you've seen a couple of the other guys. Joe over at Big Sky Model Workshop has a great video when he got a set of these. I haven't really looked at it, but to give you an idea, and I don't know exactly how everything is. I'm an old truck driver. I'm not a drag racer, but part of what you get 5 different lengths of axles here. You get the rear end housing and the differential and everything, and the whole 9 yards there. Real nice. Rear ends are great. Over at Josh's, you got the links and the brackets, and you got the springs and the brackets and all of that, and it's all, and of course you've got the tub, the back half, and you're going to use one of these, go this route, you're going to have a bit of chopping and cutting and that kind of thing, so you already know what you're going to be getting into, but this is going to make it so much easier, and you don't have to rob those Nova kits anymore to get something like this. And not really quite sure how everything goes together. Never fear, because we have instructions. 4 pages. This is an overview. And it gives you where locations of things are, what they are. Talks about your axles, because they are side specific, and the back is just some printed out stuff here, some tips to help you make them, and you go through that like you do with your other kits. I haven't really looked at it, so I am just going to leave it at that. I've got a plan for this guy, along with the wrinkled drags, which I believe Josh still has a few sets left with the 8-inch front tires, along with the DCRE, I think it is, engine, and I also picked up a Lenco transmission to go with it, a 5-speed Lenco, and I'm looking at thinking about the Revell 65 Chevy step-side pickup. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to work. I have because I did a wrecker with a welding truck. I'll have to show that off sometime. I did a welding truck that had 66 Chevy pickup fleet side, and that bed is the same size as, or at least wheelbase side to side and everything, is the 65 step deck. So if the step deck won't work, I can always use the fleet side, the straight sided bed. And yeah, that all started. I've had that kit for, I don't know, 2-3 years. I've been wanting to hot rod it, but never quite sure how. And then the engine came out, and it was teased about the back half and the like this, and the front clip and stuff like that he's coming out with, and the big engine, and it all started gelling. So that's going to be in the works for later this year, probably sometime in the summer. I'm going to start digging into that. Gotta wait for the front clip to come out. But well, there we go, my ladies and my gents. That is what has come in the mail this week, what I've managed to pick up. As an FYI, this is, Josh has told me that he is shooting for sometime in the middle of this month to have these available on the store, as well as possibly the front clip, and that he has teased about before. So if you want to find out more about it, go ahead and sign up for the newsletter when you go to vcgresins.com. Put in your email address, hit submit, and that's all it needs. He'll hit you once a month with the newsletter that will tell you about upcoming events and products that he's planning on introducing, and maybe even a tease for something that's going to be coming out later in the year. So he, and then once or twice a month, maybe every weekend if he gets really, really ambitious. But whenever he introduces another product, he'll shoot an email with the, and you can go shopping from that. When you do go shopping, put in, and you get all done, and you decide you want to go ahead and pay for everything and get it shipped to you, you'll see on the checkout page promo code. Put in Jester 10, Jester 10, to save you 10% on your order. Now that does not cover shipping. Shipping is $6, and you could see just how well he packages this portion, and all of his boxes are like this. And the shipping, like just for a single pizza box like this, you'll use a deal like this, and just the packing in it, and it survives quite nicely going through the post office. If you get a whole bunch of stuff, you'll get a bigger box, and about half of the stuff in the box is packing to make sure that the post office can't ruin your products. So $6 is really cheap for shipping on this stuff. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and sign this off. So I got other things I want to go ahead and do today. Anyway. Okay, quit yammering. B-Tex, signing out.